Okay, and welcome back. We're picking where we left off last time in Terraformers, the Red Planet Awaits, on the Red Path scenario, where our goal, unlike the previous one, which is to build up a bunch of variety of things, is simply, click back to the game so I'll bring up the toolbar, is to make 4 of the 5 sort of planetary resources: water, nitrates, silicates, titanium, and tritium. And right now we're doing that for water. We're starting to work with that with the other ones. So we got some more power. Clearing more space in the city wouldn't necessarily give me anything. In the megastructure we have to build requires a bunch of titanium, so that's not feasible at the moment. We're importing power, and I don't think that's a mistake. Domed Park would provide a bunch of support. Not that interested in that moment. Don't have a space for you. We'll grab the Roboport because that's probably what we're most likely going to use. Okay, I think we want to use Exploration Documentary. We don't got any places where... Oh, we do have a place where we can get some titanium. So we'll do there. Get the titanium. That's explored another place where we can set up a settlement. If we have food and water. We do have food and water. Oh, interesting. I don't know if I build on top of these if it breaks them. Okay, and I can just pay the power cost immediately to the slap on top of rock. That worked. So we have city mines. This is the first time I've run into that. Not necessarily going to take advantage of that right away. We're going to take advantage of that expand. So expand is going to go right there, and we're going to go ahead and play another landing pad to get even more trade capacity. Exporting more water, importing more power, because we need power, we need water. Or we need power, we don't need water. Much more silicates. Another settlement location. Okay. And that would leave me open to build the tritium mine, which we do want. We want to get 4 tritium, 4 silicates. Actually, right now I think we're... Well, it's a little bit of a mix. We're a little bottlenecked by the power and a little bottlenecked by the titanium. If we do that, we'll get 4 of each a turn, which I think is what we want. Megastructures are cheaper. We're not really worried about that. Every titanium export's worth an extra. That's new, at least. Oh yeah, we'll do the titanium, the tritium one. Artificial magnetic field would be tempting. At least that would not take up a slot for the moment. Well, my precious 8 slots that are all basically full already. Yeah. There's the nitrates. Didn't even really make sense to explore or save the power and start carving away some of these rocks. I think we're gonna go the rock route. Yeah. I think we're gonna have to start trashing some of these because we just got too many sitting around. Import CO2 from Earth. Ice caps on the Earth's south pole are shrunk dramatically, contributing to the ever-rapid rising sea level. The nation's Earth can't deal with the massive inland exodus and implore us to take on a large amount of refugees. As occurred, current overpopulation will create discontent until we construction of efficient housing. If we refuse, Earth threatens to impose a trade embargo. Okay, so we can accept refugees. Which gives me the slums, which is bad. But it is people. Every 2 turns, refugees will arrive on Mars. You'll need to increase your population before that or be forced to place a slums building. Okay. Or help solve. There's no space. So I've got to either got to accept refugees or refuse. We'll accept refugees. Putting up eco homes. Oh wait, we're gonna go ahead and actually trash the bacteria spreader. Okay. What was our working? Ah, yes. Getting our city mines and stuff set up. So we'll have food next turn that we can place the Martia. So we can place that or that next turn to delay the slum placement. We might place both of them. Well, we're going to place both of them eventually. Right now we can place the mine, I suppose, get the tritium going. Okay, how goes the expansion of the Mercury outpost? 14 more to go for the next one, and that's another 40 afterwards. Okay. Okay, that music's getting a little loud. Just gonna turn that down a little bit. That helped a little bit, but that wasn't quite enough, honestly. But we'll roll with it. Okay, yeah, we need power, I need titanium. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and cycle the turn. Hospital. Bacteria spreader, we can get back. Oh, we'll actually grab the magnetic fusion plant. It's not perfectly ideal. So we're going to clear that rock, place the magnetic fusion plant. Which, because we only have 1 people here, -1 comfort of living is not that bad. And that does provide 2 more power. That'll help with our power situation, which is becoming a little bit of an issue across the board. We'll clear another rock out so we can get access to the silicates deposit. And then we will go ahead and put the person down. I don't know if you place stuff on top of the natural sites if they get removed. And maybe something I need to look up at some point. Small hint of power, large hint of nitrates. We're going to need to look for more nitrates at some point. So that large hint of nitrates is somewhat valuable, I suppose. We don't have what it takes us up the mine, but there's no cost to doing that right now. So we can do that. Nitrates and the science. We now have our 20 nitrates, so we can go ahead and get the soil factory that we've been hogging for a while set up. Okay, and that'll provide enough people, or enough food that I can at least get the next housing unit set up before we get forced on with the next slum. We have one, so this would provide 3. Don't really have the power to do the exploration. Don't really, well, yeah, we'll set embassies up where we've got space for the moment. Maybe not going to be the strongest. We can get them set up. Okay, and we have the science for lightweight hull structures. We'll play that. Not that we actually have anything that uses that right now. Okay, and we're getting a lot more power, and a lot of our things that use power also use titanium at the same time, so we'll bias back towards titanium. And then we'll have to start setting either mines or robots and stuff up real quick. Oxygen temperature... Honestly, more likely to get the oxygen temperature going. We'll take another landing pad. Or... no, we'll go Ingenuity Center, because we've got... oh, we got no robots here, but the other one over here, we got a bunch of robots, right? We've already got 4 robots here. We got another 2 we can hypothetically drop to get up to 6. And to be fair, 4 expansions is probably more than enough for everything we think the city wants. Right, because we've got nothing over here that we actually want to expand the city to. There's a large deposit there. And the empty spots are still useful for setting stuff up, like spaceports. You can never save up the power and the tritium to set them up, yeah. Do we want the in-city one or the out-of-city one first? So it would be silicates out-of-city, which would complete the silicates. It would be silicates in-city as well. Okay, we'll do the silicates out-of-city because they're both the same otherwise. Then next turn it's going to be eco-homes. Oh, I need science for eco-homes, and I'm a bit desperate to have that set up. Maybe not this turn, next turn. But we'll go ahead and set it up so we do it this turn, next turn anyway. Which is bring in 4 science. Set the eco-home up. Oh, and we can do embassy in this city as well. The embassy is not going to have a problem being adjacent to the silicates, so we can plop it up there fairly safely. Okay, now we can go ahead and place the eco-home. It gave us another expand. Could use it to set up water, but I don't think that's a good idea. Rich soil would be a nitrate location. We do need some nitrates. In addition to the... So that would actually be... The rich soil plus the nitrates would be enough. Not sure how we're going to make that work. Well, road paver. Road paver would have to make that work. Yeah. And then we're going to be very desperately looking for lots more titanium by the looks of it. That's the thing we're missing. So yeah, this wants to be back to titanium. How goes... Because we're actually going to get the last tritium we need from exporting water. We wait long enough. It doesn't mean we want to wait that long, but it does mean we could wait that long. So you're full. I cleared a space here for 3 power. We could toss the greenhouse down and get some food coming in. And there isn't actually any more expansion we'd get here by placing the robots. Unless we place the science version one. Yeah, let's place this, get the food down. It's not a lot of food, but some. Yeah, I think then we're just going to cycle the turn. Small colony on Mars, okay. We're gonna dump that. I was about to say we're gonna dump that, but if we just got an empty tile, and we are gonna have an empty tile, I think we could just play it and get the bonus from it, which would be nice. Bonus +1 power placed on high location provides 5 power. Okay. We have a convenient high. Yes, if I overwrite the one of the launch pads. Launch pads are on high. Yeah, I think 5 power is worth it, because it is just a raw 5 power, which is real strong. Yeah, now we're getting 5. Now we're getting a whole 10 power turn, which gives us a lot of options. Oops, more food. That'll be useful for if we need to build stuff. We do need titanium, but we're going to get the titanium in next turn, then we can place the road paver depot. And the road paver depot would allow us to get out to rich soil and nitrates, so we can complete the nitrate request. So then we'll have nitrates, we'll have silicates, we'll have water, we'll just be short the titanium to short the tritium. The tritium, if we just export enough water, we get. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that we got a plausible path here to completion. Oops. Probably not where I want to do that. There would probably make more sense. Because we don't want the magnetic fusion plant to be next to things. That's even more power. And yeah, we're running around looking for large titanium deposit. Go off in that direction. No luck yet. Okay, we're gonna cycle and we're gonna get a new leader. Oh, I need the export and import routes. Ah, we dropped the number of import exports. That's fair. Leader. So diplomacy is out. In is either robotics or animals. We're going for the red planet, so animals doesn't really make sense. It's almost certainly robotics. Increase power production. Shame we didn't have this turn before. We're probably not going to be doing any more power boosting. Free drone hub for free robot. 3 more projects are proposed. Gain 4 science. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. That's a way to deal with that. We'll take agroecology then. Delivery drones is tempting. Yeah, we'll go delivery drones. I'm going to take the risk that this... Well, we're going to find out eventually if putting something on top of the Great National Site here removes it. So that's 4. If I play this, does it go down? It does go down, so it would replace it. Which is not what we want. Okay, so we'll undo that. We don't really want the robots here. It would give us another robot, but we don't need the robot, that's the problem. We don't need the robot here. He would at least benefit from the robot. And we may be forced to take a slum. Okay, I'm gonna clear 2 spots. Place it here, and then if we do end up with a slum, we can slap the slum in the corner there. Or actually, other way around. So place the slum there. And it does look like we're probably going to get forced to take a slum. And then we have the expansions. Do plop and plop. Ah, the nitrates mine there is extra expensive. Okay. Well, we're paying 4 per product, so that's expensive, but that's appropriate to the reward, I suppose. We're gonna get 1 more here, and then we still want to get the robot road paver down. Okay. Let's see what we can get down next turn. Oh, we get drone hub down somewhere. Or do we just do prospecting tour? +1 resource over resource hint. We got 2 power. So we gotta obviously do a spot that's 2 power. Okay. Demands are higher, but that's fine. Miner's Cottage, +1 support per turn for every mine owned by the city. That's pretty sensible for what we're doing. Yeah. Okay, so if we don't place people this turn, we'll get a slum. Of course, we just got a building that will allow us to place a person this turn, delaying that issue for another 2 turns. Okay. And that has given us the people. And we do have 9. Do I want the... Okay, we'll do the first mine first. Then we'll come back, drop the road paver to get the second one down. Actually, no, I don't have the power either way. We're short power. which case I might as well put the road paver down this turn so I don't get confused. So clear you out, put the road paver down. And then we do still have 4 power, so we can go ahead and explore. It's probably this city that wants to be doing expanding if we're going to expand. Grab stuff. Rover Ingenuity Center. We got another nitrate over there. We got some fairly close by stuff, so probably want to put the rover place over here. Don't have the power to place the rover place here, because I gotta move a rock to make it work. Okay. Insect farm. That's definitely useful. Okay. And then we can plop in... I don't have the titanium. Okay. 3 and 3, so it doesn't matter which one I do. Ooh, there we go. So we can find one near there. We can get the titanium going. And now we've got the 12 titanium we need to do you and short some power. We'll have the power next turn. We have the power right now. We can go ahead and get you in. So we have 4 expansions there, which we were desperate we could use to get out to the titanium. That's a little desperate, though. Especially because I think it's just a normal level 1 titanium. Yeah. Domed Park. Probably go delivery drones, actually. I'll at least give us a... If we go set another colony, we'll have a good place for that. Okay, so we've got 3 of 5 done. We've got a little water. Could place the animal spread. I don't think we'll be able to do any animals right away, but we get the animal spread at least. Sure. Because, yeah, our one and only animal requires us to have a zone with 0 temperature and 1 oxygen. We haven't done the oxygen yet, so that's not going to be anywhere. Well, we got that placed, so if that ever ends up being a thing, it's a thing, and we can do things. We can get more nitrates, and yeah, I think it's a bit of a stretch to get all the way out there. Grab some more titanium by exploring there. Sadly, that is not an expand point. It's going to be water. That might actually be worth expanding to, or exploring next to see if that's an expand point. Okay, and we need power. Got enough titanium for the moment, I think. Do we have... No, because that's titanium. Or... Oh no, not space elevator. Food, yeah, too much food. Or too little food to get to the carology setup. So we're gonna get booped with a slums. Where do I want to slap that slums? Can I relocate you? That's only minus 4 support for the move. That's fine. We'll plop the slums there, so we'll get a minus 20 support from the slums. Hopefully there's a way we can clear the slums, because 20 support is pretty brutal. But at least we get +2 for being next to the robots. Yeah, okay. Oh, refugee. Oh, I have to place them now. That works. That makes sense. Yeah, so I don't know if there's a way to upgrade over. You might be able to place like a house on them or something to clear them. But yeah, hopefully we don't get stuck with too many of those. Quantum data center is probably what we're gonna go with. Yeah. Go ahead and place the spaceport. That got us a bunch of expanding export capacity, which right now we probably want to use to bring in a bunch of tritium so we can get the other one set up. What do I want to do? Well, so we can get the other one set up. And that's our power for the turn. Ooh. Ooh. What do I want? Food. Okay. So that would get us 7 food in. That means I can play the archaeology. That'll cost 50 food, but we're going to get 7 plus 8, so that's 15 plus 35 will be 50, so we can play this to get the 2 population. Yes, okay. Is there any place where we can get this out for 2? Probably. Not necessarily the directions we want to explore, but we can at least get it out. Oh, Miner's Cottage. We're not going to place the Miner's Cottage right away, but we're going to place instead that mega structure. So that'll buy us another 4 turns before we have to place another slums. Good. And we are actually very incentivized to keep building this as quickly as possible, because each one's giving us 2 more people and a bunch of support. So yeah, we might actually keep focused on that food import. We know we want stuff around that titanium, so we'll do that exploration. It's a bit expensive, but we're going to do it. Canyoning view, okay. I was hoping that would be a expand location. It is not. Where do we want the insect farm? Here or here? Probably here. Yeah. Okay, that might seem a little bit weird. If we had a building that provides food, bonus food for being extra food things, we got a triplet there. What's the point with that? Spaceport, 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 and then it comes down to what do we do for the settlement? Pure atmosphere, we're not too worried about atmosphere. Titanium. That's tempting. Yeah, titanium's a series. Wait, that bus station is real tempting as well. The bus station would reduce the malice for distant things, as well as giving us more range. Still don't necessarily think it is the end-all be-all. We'll see what this one is. Okay, so that is a colony site. So with that colony site, we could... That will be closer than trying to come off of Miseriah here. To our known titanium source. Yeah. Okay, that works. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna cycle. Get the penguins, and we can get the ability to get a plant spreader. We'll do the plant spreader. Okay, so crater. Found. All adjacent locations need to be explored. Okay, we can do that. Apparently I missed one. Okay, so this one's got a lot of ability to expand. So comfort there. Okay, we're positive again. We currently know that this one's not going to take a penalty for expanding to there, so I'm going to definitely happily expand there. Then we expand to the titanium. Let's expand the titanium right now. This is a normal titanium deposit, so it's only cost 4 to build. Okay, so that's increased our titanium production. We're just now going to look for 2 more titanium and a tritium. Or we can just export a bunch of stuff, a bunch of water. Or the tritium, I think. How close are we on? Ah! Only works once. Only works once. Yeah, it only works once. Okay, that complicates things. Doesn't invalidate the strategy. We're gonna have to get this set up. If we get that set up, we can actually do the settlement 3 there and get that. Either the tritium or the titanium. I think it's gonna be the titanium because I think we want the trade routes that we can get with setting more spaceports up. Okay, I'm not that desperate to get food right now. We want to get the miner's cottage up ASAP. But that's only 22 food. Do I instead... We can back off a little bit on this, right? So we can back off. we have 5 capacity to ship, so we say ship up 5 power, for example. That'll get done in 2 turns, is that right? Okay, I think we can work with that. We need the house, because we need the way to build so we don't get slums. Okay. Delayed the slums again. And yeah, we'll have the power next turn. Or we'll have the food, or not next turn, the turn after next. We'll have the extra Martian exploration turn after next. So there's another expand if we need an expand. What we're really looking for is either titanium or tritium. Let's see if there's some tritium behind the tritium here. Yes. Okay. We can. That won't be making our people happy, but we can get there real easily. We got the expands, can get that tritium set up. So we are then looking for titanium after that. I'm going to enable you. We want you to go to Ceres. So now we need 1 titanium, 1 tritium. We know where the tritium is going to come from. That's going to be there. Do you want it explored? There's another large one behind it. Okay. And a mine, and a rover exploration. Now the rover gets more expensive the farther away from it is, so we'll do you. Geothermal spot. If we were desperate for power, we could do that. Yeah. Plant spreader. It wouldn't be too hard just to grab. Same thing with the spaceport. Okay, so we'll grab. Place the spaceport. Giving us even more capacity to import-export. What do I need right now? There is an argument that I want to get the next spaceport out real quick. In which case we want really to commit to, in fact, even not that, we're going to commit hard, but not that hard. We want like another 10 of those, so that allows us to get the spaceport up next turn. And we say do one of those. That means we need to pick 7 exports. Do I need more water? No. So let's export the water being produced. Yeah, let's roll that for a turn. Okay, new leaders. Robotics is out either interplanetary leadership or eco-classical architecture. Plus 1 support time for each time you've constructed a dike. We're probably not going to build dikes because I don't think we're going to flood the planet. Design a megastructure. Propose a new megastructure or... Okay, so probably not you. Ambitious construction. Ancestral bodies can be developed by an additional level. The reward will be the same as the reward for level 3. Okay. Observatory. The solar system exploration missions happen twice as fast. Oh, so instead of having to have the observatory card, we can just pull one out of thin air to build. Okay. Interplayer cultural exchange, select cultural mobility. Okay, that makes sense. At least give us 50 each turn, each time. Ooh, double explore. Yeah, let's go with you for the double explore instead of the support, because we're literally looking for the titanium. Yeah, we'll go rovers. Okay, then for our expand, plop here, plop the spaceport. Okay, we now have export capacity for titanium, which we're not going to use right away. I now don't need the tritium as badly, because we sorted the tritium problem. Let's pull that in. Okay, so if we used the spaceport capacity, we can at least make some progress on the space hotels here. Makes sense. Oh, and you can receive a maximum of 3 things at a time. No matter how much we want to ship you, it's 3 things at max for you. Or is it 4 things at max for you? 4 things max for you. Okay, so you want to make a certain amount of progress. That's an acceptable amount of progress, I think. And then we can turn up the... Ah, okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's when we'll do that. So that means we're not working on anything science, which is a bit of a shame because we won't do the development center, but that's fine. And that gives us 10 imports with which we can do. What do I want? Well, we're probably going to want some power. Because we're doing a lot of exploring, a lot of rock clearing. Could also just use a lot of food. In fact, we're getting like 12. Let's do food, and we'll really crank out the archaeology. Okay, so for this turn and this turn on, well, maybe this turn only. Give me the 50 support. Okay, expectations have risen. Rings of Saturn gives us oceans, we're not really worried about that. Skyscraper, we'll go with skyscraper. We may have a use for that. Right now, we're upgrading the megastructure. Which again has delayed the refugee crisis from being an issue. Rover out here. Explore there. Ah. Okay, we'll just claim victory. That works. Yes, you're going to control terrain halfway across the map because you can. There we go. Okay, ran this second part of the recording stream a little bit long, but we did manage to get the Red Path Pioneer complete. Congratulations! The riches of Mars are ours, securing mankind's prosperity for generations to come. The Red Planet's exploitation provided us with riches beyond measure, and apparently a way to deal with the refugee crisis from the South Pole melting. And your clever management of the Martian assets earned you a substantial personal profit. Mars project success. Managed to develop Martian civilization to a sustainable level, supposedly. New content. So we got a restaurant district. Costs 5 food. At least 5 food is produced inside the city. Okay. Oh, 5 food less if the city already makes 5 food. Okay. Food monitoring office. 4 foods produced inside city, +1 comfort. Comfort of living, which is plus happiness for every human in the place. Dark bacteria. Orbital ring. More trade routes. Giant space mirrors. More heat. Mars net for more comfortable living globally. Okay. Well, I hope you've been enjoying. If you're watching YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow, where we're going to move on from the red path to the green path. And I think I'm going to let the difficulty go up a little bit higher. We're going to go from challenging, we're going to go to hard. I think the next one we're going to do the green path, which is spread life. So instead of trying to get all the resources and make terraforming a goal, we're instead going to be going for life. 40 prestige of life. A lot of the life we were looking at was like 1 or 2 prestige, so that's quite a bit of life, but I think it's a little bit easier if that's what you're focusing on to get that done. And the expectations were partially potentially becoming a problem, but it was really mainly a problem because we had to accept that slum, which hopefully in the future we won't have to do. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.